Is milk a silent culprit in modern diets? Does that daily glass conceal hidden dangers? Controversy heats up as global experts clash over dairy's true impact. Over recent years, milk has sparked intense debate in the health community. Some hail it as a powerhouse of nutrients essential for strong bones and robust immunity, while others label it a risk factor for chronic disease and early mortality. So, who's right? And why do so many of us keep pouring that glass? Right after birth, milk fuels every mammal's growth when our gut enzymes are still developing. It's nature's ultimate performance food, rich in healthy fats, essential vitamins, bioavailable calcium, and lactose. In the early weeks, it even delivers immunoglobulins and growth factors that bolster our defenses. But producing milk demands huge energy from moms, so eventually, humans transition off breast milk onto solid foods. That's been our pattern for millennia, until roughly years ago when farming cultures emerged. Early herders domesticated goats, sheep, and cows. Discovering these animals could convert low-quality forage into protein-packed dairy. This innovation offered a survival edge during famines and migrations, fueling human populations across Europe, Asia, and beyond. Over generations, natural selection favored adults who kept producing lactase, the enzyme that breaks down lactose. Today, about 90% of adults worldwide lose significant lactase activity, limiting them to roughly milliliters of milk daily without discomfort. Lactose intolerance varies, up to 20% in some East Asian groups, but under percent in Northern Europe and North America. Genetic mutations, farming practices, and migrations shaped this patchwork distribution. Now let's dive into why milk is so polarizing. Alarmists point to links between dairy and cancers, heart disease, and hormonal imbalances. But what does the science say? Large-scale meta-analyses find no convincing link between moderate milk intake, ml/day, and elevated risk of breast, colon, or prostate cancer. In fact, calcium may offer protective effects against colorectal tumors. Prostate cancer risk spikes only at extreme consumption levels, over liters per day, and results are inconsistent. Heart health research paints a similar picture. Dairy shows a neutral to slightly beneficial profile on blood pressure and lipid markers. Bone mineral density. For adults, studies reveal no dramatic gains or losses from regular milk drinking. Many people fear residual hormones, antibiotics, and pesticide residues. Yet regulatory agencies enforce strict maximum residue limits, ensuring any traces are well below thresholds linked to health effects. To match hormonal dose from contraceptives, you'd need to down over liters of milk, and even then, your stomach acids would neutralize most compounds. Meanwhile, those with lactose intolerance or dairy allergies can experience real discomfort, from bloating to acne flare-ups. Skim milk has been associated with a percent uptick in acne in teens, and about in children in Germany shows dairy-specific allergic reactions. Most outgrow them by adolescence. So, is milk a health hero? Dairy, whether from cows, goats, sheep, or camels, is undeniably nutrient-dense. It supplies complete proteins, casein and whey, B, riboflavin, and iodine, key for energy metabolism and thyroid health. In regions facing calorie deficits, milk combats malnutrition and lowers child mortality with its dense macro and micronutrient punch. In developed nations, moderate intake supports bone remodeling and muscle repair, though you can meet those needs via leafy greens, fortified plant milks, and supplements too. Remember, milk isn't a substitute for plain HO. Its extra calories can contribute to weight gain if consumed mindlessly, especially sweetened and flavored varieties, which rival sodas in sugar load. Beyond health, milk's environmental and ethical footprint sparks major concerns. Dairy farming uses about 1/3 of global cropland for feed, and still accounts for of anthropogenic greenhouse gases, outpacing air travel emissions. Intensive operations subject cows to repeated impregnation, calf separation, and slaughter once yields decline, raising serious animal welfare red flags. Looking at plant-based alternatives, only soy offers protein content on par with cow's milk naturally. Others require fortification of calcium, vitamin D and B to match dairy's profile. Cutting-edge startups now engineer precision fermentation milks that replicate casein and whey without cows, yielding cheese and yogurt textures plant milks struggle to achieve. These innovations slash land, water, and carbon footprints, but price and scalability remain hurdles. If your goal is the lowest carbon impact, opt for locally produced seasonal plant milks or cultured dairy alternatives. In the end, milk is nuanced. For most, moderate dairy intake poses no health hazards and can fill nutritional gaps. Yet, ethical and environmental factors prompt many to explore alternatives. It's up to us, consumers, policymakers, and industry, to decide how dairy fits into a sustainable, compassionate future. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit subscribe and explore more science-driven videos on Healthy Habits USA.